got a fully healthy Brooklyn Nets team for this one. Here we go. The Brooklyn Nets, I mean, they're developing talent over there. Like, Freedom of Liberty, you know, guys like that, Wade Jackson. I mean, they're developing those top guys. Like, honestly, those two could definitely be like, I don't know, the future, like, one of the future top 5 or top 10 players in the league. Especially once my prime years are over with the Hornets. So, that's how I particularly feel about the future. Because I mean, they do have the potential to be a 96, 98 overall. So.
Up next, the Nets taking on the Hornets. For Brooklyn, kind of a seesaw affair over the last 10 games. But this team feels they are better than a 500 team. They look to tip that balance with a win here. Hornets, Nets, the NBA on 2K Sports. Welcome, folks, to what promises to be a great Tuesday night of the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan,
And the Brooklyn Nets
Jefferson and Greg Anthony, and with us from the sidelines
for
tonight,
their first season
and the power rankings now,
as
second half of
a
February.
above
Interesting to see how some of these
500
teams
team
compare.
with
Taking a
Cam
look at Brooklyn,
Thomas.
they're gaining on some of the teams above them.
You
Trying
know,
hard to
with Cam
crack into that
Thomas team
top
was
5.
starting right
And the Hornets, they fulfilled the expectations and then some. Riding high, down the back.
Yeah, the Brooklyn Nets, they're only getting better.
So the next starting
That's what's
five.
big. Like,
We've got Eden, and it's Freeman Liberty in at the
they're
first spot.
developing real talent over there. Like Freedom of Liberty, Wade Jackson,
Then there's
like
Brandon Miller.
JP
Then
Cousins,
there's
like,
And then Salon in at the power forward.
they've got a team
Now here we are,
over there.
Greg, in the second half of the season. What do you think playoff-bound teams are focusing on right now?
I would say just making sure they keep the momentum heading into the postseason, as well as do everything possible to try to stay healthy.
Tip-off goes to Brooklyn. Cousins against Ball. Pass to Edie. Here's Strother. 6 to shoot. The Nets need to get a shot off here. Cousins, no good. Miller outside. Here's Allen. Puts the move on. And a great assist by Miller as that one goes in.
So much reach. Allen using that wingspan to his advantage.
Pass to Freeman Liberty. Here's Edie. Now Cousins. Here's Strother. Sinks the triple.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from three. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Ball, the pass to MP. Miller outside. Wing shot on the way. 2 points. That one goes.
It works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
Here's Freeman Liberty. Looking at his point production, averages almost 11 points a game.
Oh.
Away.
That was a bad
Jackson
turnover.
with it.
Just
And
lost the
Miller
ball.
picking him up. Outside Jackson. Pass to Edie. Boom, he chips it straight down.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stop.
Once he poked it away, he knew what was on his mind.
Now, here's Ball. Some stats for him. He averages over 21 points a game.
Executing the plan here early, still missed the shot.
But that's a wide 2 for 4 from the field so far. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Here's Crawford. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. Miller's got 6.
For real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You trying to triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
Now, here is Miller. Right now, checking his stats. He's averaging over 23 points a game. That one's off. He's now 1 for 2.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
Tough to watch those miss. I'm sure they'll convert the next chance.
The Hornets trail. MP passes to Allen, and Allen slams it in.
Easy for the big man Allen to get up and throw it down.
And here's Cousins. He'll bring it up for the Nets. This game coming on the heels of their win against Chicago.
Yeah, and that one, they just locked it down defensively. Challenge shots and really protected the rim.
They were very disciplined on that end of the floor, staying attached to shooters and disrupting plays with their active hands.
The Hornets have gone 4 of 5 from the field so far. Ball, the pass to Miller. MP looking around. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
So much drive in this game. Ball wants to beat you and make you feel it.
Charlotte shooting their first free throw of the night here. And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. Pass to Strother. Outside Jackson. And the Nets miss again. Charlotte leading by 4. MP kicks to Miller. Allen, a screen on Jackson. And it's Allen with the jam.
Look, the offensive glass is all about effort and energy. And Allen, look, he's got plenty of both.
Pass to Strother. Here's Jackson. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for Charlotte.
So far, they haven't had to force anything. They're swinging the ball around and turning good passing into points.
And also, guys, they're out muscling their opponent. The points in the paint are piling up because of that aggressiveness.
No free throws good from Jackson. So it's the Hornets now. They lead by 4. Ball, the pass to Allen. Miller with the ball. Counted. His second make and 4 attempts.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Pass to Freeman Liberty. Jackson gets him. And he gets the bucket.
How about how he sets his man up there, runs it right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
Ball dishes to MP. Ball feeling it out a bit. Now with the screen for Ball. Shoots over Cousins. Ball no good.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
And Cousins gets it to go.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
For Charlotte, they've gotten 7 of their first 10 attempts to fall so far. Excellent pitch to their offense. Balls, it's a screen for Allen. Miller with a wide open look. A basket good off the assist from Allen. Miller's got 7.
Man, he's feeling it this quarter. They should be looking to get him going every trip down the floor.
Here's Strother. He has 6. Pass to Cousins. And the teardrop. Can't capitalize inside.
His consistency just hasn't been there this quarter in terms of his shooting.
Let's see the stat sheet here for Brandon Miller.
And guys, it hasn't been pretty for him in the past 5 games. He's having one of those scoring slumps that all players go through at some point in the season. But I know he hadn't lost his confidence, and I expect this young man to get after it here tonight.
Thomas checked in for Brooklyn.
Punch, counter punch. Impressive offensive production early on.
You have to think at this point the winner will be the one to settle in on defense.
Now, here is Miller. He's coming off a 16-point game against
I'm on the
Washington.
mellow.
MP kicks the ball. And it's a
Sorry.
it's another three.
And off to a strong start offensively. He's got a nice touch.
Cousins the pass to Thomas. It's rebounded by Sharp. They defeated the Wizards in their last one.
You know, those road games are tricky, but they had a good strategy going in and stuck to what they do best.
Yeah, despite the challenges of being away from home, they were able to execute cleanly and look really fresh out there.
Now Cousins. Following the three-point attempt by MP.
Oh no, God, mismatched out low.
Cousins kicks to Thomas.
I have to guard Zach 80. God.
Here's Strother, covered by Miller.
Unless he
Fires
has
the three, and that one's good. Strother's got 9.
Guy's just ridiculous. He's just an absolute surgeon when he has the ball. This man is surgical. There is no way to slow him down when he wants to score.
Now here is Miller. 7 points in the game. Deep two from Ball, and a little buck that time, but it drops. He's got 8. That's trailed by 5. Now here's Cousins. And Thomas has it in the corner. From the arc. That one's a miss. His third shot of the game. He's made one of them. Right side, Ball. Back to Miller. Ball, a screen on Thomas. Miller, no up.
And the defense dodged one right there. Not the guy you want to leave open.
Cousins against Ball. Cousins, no good.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
It's deflected. Thomas with the ball, and it's Miller picking him up. Thomas passes to Jackson. Offline with his three. And here's Miller, bring it up for the Hornets. It's a 5-point game, and slammed up by Allen.
Reverse it home. That was great.
Agreed, the agility on display. And here is Cousins. Standing at 28 points. And that one's good. Strother.
Great quarter for him at the offensive end, trying to will his team back in the game.
Ball, the pass to Miller. Shot on the wing. Kicks it out to MP. Cousins against Ball. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And here's MP for 3. Nailed from three-point land. MP's got 6.
Great three-point shooting here out of the game. That makes 4 makes already from long distance.
Pass to Strother. That's no good. It's his second miss. He's made 4.
On the glass so far, it hadn't even been close.
And he gets it to go. And now it's a 10-point Charlotte lead.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Here's Cousins. Rebounded by Allen.
Okay, so if I were to say this was a disaster of a period for him, it would be an understatement. But hey, sometimes you gotta shoot your way out of the slump, even for him.
And now we've got some time to check in from the sideline. You got for us, GA.
Thanks very much. NP in the last game against Washington was a man on a mission. Dropped in 36 points and, as usual, orchestrated the offense with superb passing. One of the great performances I've seen in all my years, and I really mean it. Back to you guys.
Thanks, David. Yeah, it was a special night for him. The team really fed off his energy.
Yeah, the catalyst for that win, it was an effort that I'm sure he's hoping to replicate tonight.
And it's very likely that he and his guys can carry that momentum into this one.
break gives us the chance to see which teams have been the most successful in the transition game this month. The Hornets, number one.
They've been playing an exciting brand of basketball during that time. I mean, taking every chance to get out in the open floor. And despite the size disadvantage, attacking the heart of that defense.
Really unfazed. Threw his height right out the window there.
Cam Thomas was the 27th pick in the 2021 NBA Draft GA. I think a lot of teams, would you agree, are regretting passing on him.
Yeah, it's pretty hard to believe that he fell all the way to the end of the first round. Lots of teams would love to have a scorer like him on their roster.
And the Nets with possession here. Following the three-point attempt by MP. Stephens can't get it to go. Hornets leading by 2. Daniels pushes to Porter. And the call on the shot sends him to the line.
First personal foul.
And at 6'10", Porter is a threat to score inside, which is why the defense trying to rough him up with those 2 shots.
And he's good on the second. 1:15 left in the first. Pass to Freeman Liberty. Thomas. Payne passes to Stevens. Lets it go from deep. Drills the three-pointer. Stephens got it back down to a single-digit deficit for Brooklyn.
When he has enough space, he's more than comfortable letting it fly from outside.
Charlotte moving the ball around. Pass to MP. Beyond the arc. That's another one for him. His 5th in just 7 shots.
Oh, man, a hot start for him. He's hit 5 of his first set.
And here's Payne. Here's Thomas, covered by MP. Launches it. Thomas no luck. Hornets lead by 11. MP finds Porter.
Alright, I'm gonna use the clock.
MP outside. From outside the arc. Oh, good on that one. That's concluded the first quarter. One-sided game so far. Hornets lead. And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. Looking at what we've seen from the Hornets, pretty much in control here, it would appear.
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
And let me tell you, when you establish a physical edge, it gives you a mental edge too.
On the court right now, second quarter starting for the Nets. We've got Thomas Payne out there with Whitehead, and it's Stevens in at the point. Nets trail by 11. Whitehead deciding where to go with it. Pass to Freeman Liberty. And here is Thomas. Goes up with a strike. He squares up and sinks it. Thomas got his 3rd basket of the night.
Not all his mid-range jumpers are created equal. That's one they'll take all night long.
Here's Tyson. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. And you look at the great coaches. What are 1 or 2 of the most important qualities for success that you see?
Well, for me, Kevin, I think you got to be able to adapt tactically. I mean, that's huge, and especially in the playoffs. And most important, can you motivate and unify a locker room? That leadership quality is what really puts a coach over the top.
Now, here's Thomas. He's coming off a 28-point game against Chicago.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board. And I don't mean style points. Here's Daniels. 9-point game. Here's Tyson. Taking a look at the scoring numbers, right down the average is about 9 points a game.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
Pass to Thomas. Here's Stephens. A 3-ball. Trains it from beyond the arc. Stephens got 5 points now this quarter.
Yeah, field goal percentage above 50 now. Their offense is starting to show.
Here's Tyson. The rebound by the Nets. Here's Stephens. He picked up 12 points in their last win against Chicago.
Okay, look, when you play aggressively, you can really get to the line. Just ask him.
Here's Stephens. Trailing here by 8. Shots good by Freeman Liberty.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Daniels kicks the 40. Second quarter play with almost 3 minutes gone.
And even without that 3 ball dropping for them, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Here's Thomas. And no good that time.
Oh, I can see some miscommunication on defense there very clearly. They were super fortunate and didn't coach them with that mistake.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam. Here's Thomas. After the basket by Charlotte. Over MP. Thomas' shot is off.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
If it counts.
Playing a little bully ball. MP.
Enzo Thomas will bring it up for Brooklyn. Trailing by 10. And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed in the second quarter of play. Makes a fantastic move and nails the shot. Thomas got 8. Hornets lead by 8. Daniels dishes to MP. Screen by Allen from about 19 feet. Tyson with the bucket. Tyson, who's got 8 here in the quarter.
He was inside his own head in that first quarter. You can see it. Now he's doing a much better job of letting the game run.
And the foul called on MP. That's his first foul.
First team foul. Substitution on the court.
Here's Whitehead. Nothing on the board. 6 on the shot clock. Weber a screen. And his first shot attempt. And it's NB with the rebound. Hornets have gone 4 of 8 so far here in the second quarter. Charlotte moving the ball around. MP powers through the contact inside.
Another one for MP, giving the fans their money's worth here.
Thomas outside. Miller grabs the miss. Hornets lead by 12. And the NBA helping establish academy Australian leagues grade up 4 and 20. Do you expect more to come?
I do, Kevin. I think the league recognizes it has a big role to play in the expansion of the game globally. Investments being made with the long-term view in mind. And what I love about MP, his work ethic. He's someone that wants to keep getting better and better.
Good on the second free throw. Nets trail by 13. Here's Stephens. 3 points for him. Outside Thomas. Takes a 3. The Hornets pull it in. MP's got his fourth rebound with that last one here tonight.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Shots good by Miller.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Thomas passes to Stevens. Here's Edey, guarded by Porter. Pass to Thomas. Shot to stop the run. The foul in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
And that's almost automatic anytime he gets the ball in that position.
Well, you talk about Cam Thomas. RJ, he's one of the most explosive scorers I know in the NBA.
Well, after Kyrie and KD got traded out of Brooklyn, Thomas went off, putting together a streak of 3 straight 40-point games.
Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Kevin, Michael Porter Jr. was the #1 ranked player in high school, but a back injury changed things. said, my potential may look different now, but as long as I can truly say what I had, I gave it my all, that's all that success should be defined by. Evan grounds himself in gratitude and the work he's put in.
HDA, he is a worker and living the dream. Porter, no luck. Nets trail by 15. Cousins with it. Now defended by MP. The Nets have made 3 free throws so far. Haven't missed any.
At the line for the Nets, Cousins. 2 shots.
The free throw shots for Cousins. And he makes both free throws. Charlotte leading by 13. Pass to Salon. MP outside. Miller outside. Good. And the assist goes to MP. MP's got his 5th assist in this one. Now Cousins. His numbers are looking pretty good. He's got his scoring average up around 18.5 points a game. Thomas with it. Outside Jackson. Clock at 4. The offensive rebound. Here's Strother. A 17-point game for him in the win against Chicago. Good on the triple.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
He's just riding the wave of momentum right now, getting to his spots and keeping things simple on the offensive side.
Ball with the bucket.
Rushing that right off. Tough to redirect ball on that drive.
Nets trail by 15. Cousins, the pass to Jackson. Back to Cousins. Safety move. And then Cousins with the dunk.
Taking matters into his own hands.
Yeah, we didn't expect to see that kind of finish.
And point guard getting up like that, boy, that is special.
Outside, Ball. That shot is off, coming up empty for the second time this game. 4 for 6. Poked away. Here's MP. He's it up and in off the prettiest. MP's got 10 points in the quarter.
This man is on fire. His team is winning, and it doesn't get better.
Pass to Strother. Jackson dishes to Thomas. That's good, and it's Jackson with the assist that time. Thomas got 14 points for the game. Hornets leading by 12. Ball with it. He's coming off a 10-point game against the Wizards in Washington. No dice from the high post. Now here's Cousins. Inside. And he caught that pass in full stride on his way to the big slam.
Just no chance there for the defense. Major size disadvantage. He's got no business trying to stop that slam. Just get out of the way.
Now here is Miller. He's got 12. Good on the three-point shot. 13 points in the game.
And he's made his mark on offense especially. They gotta be thankful he's on their squad.
Pass to Strother. And here is Cousins. He's got 6.
And the shots just continue to say no in terms of falling.
And it's Miller in the corner to the middle. That's good from Porter on the assist from Miller. And the Hornets lead by 15.
And he's just adept at scoring it in so many ways. It's clear Porter very comfortable operating inside.
And Cousins gets it to go.
And how about the burst in that first step? Just right to the rim.
And so it's Ball who brings the ball up for Charlotte. Pass to Miller from deep. And it's the Hornets another 3.
That's his second triple of the quarter and third of the game. He nailed it.
1:53 left in the first half. Cousins finds Thomas. Here's Strother. Side three of his own. It's no good.
They have been more dominant in this game. It's definitely been a factor in cracking this huge lead.
Nets trail by 16. Here's Cousins. It's hauled in by Michael Porter. Charlotte's gone 4 of 6 from long range in the second quarter. Solid shooting. He shoots again, and good that time. Miller's got 10 points now just in this quarter.
Just a grinder. Always doing the dirty work on the offensive glass. And that's one of the things he brings to the table.
Pass to Edie. Shot from free throw range. And he hits the jump shot. Edie's got 6 points.
Taking full advantage of a gap in the mid-range coverage.
Here's Salon.
Come on, Brian Miller.
MP outside. There's Miller with the
That's
three.
hard.
Good, and it's MP picking up the assist. MP's got his 6th assist on the night. 40 seconds left now here in the second. Strother, no good. Here's Charlotte now. They're on a 13-4 run right now. Here's Porter, and Charlotte again with the bucket.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
The three from Thomas in for his 7th make in 14 tries.
And he has been on fire this quarter in terms of his scoring. Hopefully, that fire spreads to his other guys and they can rally.
Outside ball. MV outside. Gets it off.
Oh,
But that's out of the buzzer beater. And so it's Charlotte with an 18-point lead as the quarter comes to a close. Their strategy as they clear tonight, work the ball inside, get shots in the paint, and now they are scoring with ease. We'll return shortly.
Welcome, everyone. How about MP in the first half? Everything clicking for him.
Well, they're running the offense through MP. A guy who just continues to elevate his game, never stops working. This is why he is where he is today.
And that's why his team is where they are after the first half. And now let's see who the winners of the Player of the Week were. Looking at the East, Giannis Antetokounmpo.
Giannis, certainly deserves all the accolades. When you look at everything he's about, he remains one of the most unique players in NBA history.
I mean, if you could build an NBA player from scratch, he just may be the prototype. Thank you for being with us. Now let's send it to Kevin Harlan for the second half tip.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. You look at MP in this one, he's been everywhere.
Yeah, he's just been raining down from deep here. Talk about dialed in.
If I'm his teammate, I keep feeding the hot hand, especially since he's been on fire from deep also.
We got Brandon Miller. LaMelo Ball is out there with MP. There's Jared Allen. And it's Salon in at the 4. So that's the Hornets 5. And Brooklyn has possession. Jackson looking around. Over Miller. Hornets with the rebound. MP's got his 7th rebound of the game in that last one. Here's Salon.
I don't very much.
He can really fly it. You combine that grade with some nice penetration too, and you've got 2 points. That's passing it around to the paint. Here's Freeman Liberty, and it's in there. Freeman Liberty's got his 2nd basket of the game. And a minute played as the second half gets going. Miller outside. MP left side. Pass to Salon. Three-pointer. Brooklyn with the rebound. Now Cousins. He's got 8. Puts up a deep Miller's got his fifth rebound in this one. And Swan gets it to go. Swan's got his second basket of the night.
A nice start to the second half. They've made 3 out of their first 4 shots coming out of the break.
Here's Cousins. Puts up a deep three. MP grabs the miss. MP's got rebound number 8 now on the night.
Rough start to the second half for them. Only getting 1 of the past 4 shots to fall.
Miller kicks to MP. Oh, good on the triple. Brooklyn's gone 0-2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Here's Cousins. Good D by Miller.
Out of halftime, not the way you want to execute, just 1 of 5 from the floor.
Ball. Good. And Miller gets the assist. Miller's got 6 assists here tonight.
Yeah, that was the third straight high percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting body on body.
The Hornets have gone 4-6 from the field since the start of the third. Now, let's check out the best defenses in the NBA. The Hornets, number 1.
Great defenders both individually and collectively. I mean, you can tell they really love accepting that challenge. They can stifle you at that end of the floor.
Free throw good, MP. And both free throws good for MP. Here's Cousins. 8 points for him. Pass to Edey. Back to Cousins. Puts up a 3. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Cousins has got 11.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Yeah, as soon as these guys feel contact, they are just disappearing like they're not even there.
Come on,
You
Brad,
gotta
go
show
on.
some fire and keep defending.
Now, here's MP. 25 points in the game. No problem knocking that one. Miller's got 5 points now this quarter.
He's found his rhythm from deep, and you can see the confidence.
And of course, it helps space the floor, which gives this offense more room to operate.
Here's Rother. He's got 14. Jared Allen grabs the miss.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area. Yeah, letting it rip. They're just having fun right now.
Man, their offense is clicking. Players, coaches, everybody, they are in sync.
Here's Rother. Following the basket by MP. Basket good. 16 points for him.
Maybe they've been going to him a little too much. Now, he's having a great game, but his team is losing, and that is all that matters.
Now, here's MP. He's got 27. Miller, no up. Brooklyn's gone 1 of 4 and 3-point shots here in the third. And stolen by MP. And he drives in, and that one drops for him. MP's got 29 in the game.
Nice slash by MP right there. Love when he takes the initiative.
Pass to Strother. Back to Cousins. And he makes good on the layup.
And that's not nearly the kind of defense that's going to prevent a player of his ability from scoring.
Here's Salon. MP kicks to Miller. Good in the
Just need one more rebound for a triple double.
He's just lighting them up in this game. The D's are going to have to extend a little bit more, or he's going to keep knocking them down from deep.
Here's Edey. 6 points for him. Here's Cousins. Banked in off the glass. Cousins has got 15 points.
Yeah, well done to finish that one off.
Here's Ball. At the elbow, it's Allen. Pass to Miller. And Miller is a down home.
And really the story of this second half. One team getting the shots they want, the other not so much.
And start with their defense. They've been intense on that end, and they can actually help their offense as well.
To the inside. Strother. Hornets with the rebound. Allen's got 60 pounds here tonight. But 3. Miller, no up.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Pass to Freeman Liberty. Here's Edie. Cousins with it. 15 points in the game.
There's a triple double.
But man, can he pour the what?
The drive by MP. And he comes up with the deuce. MP's got 31.
Strong work for him at the offensive end, helping them to maintain that lead.
Here's Strother, covered by MP. Jackson gets the bucket.
You know, maybe he's not one of the elite sharpshooters, but even still, that's not a shot that he can afford to give him.
One better than Miller.
MP outside. Miller outside. Good.
It's hard. It's on fire in this one.
MP's got assist number 11 for him here tonight. Pass to Strother. Poke loose. And stolen by MP.
Come on.
And out of bounds as Brooklyn gains possession. And some changes here for the Hornets.
That would have
Tyson's
been
checked
an easy
in.
transition
And
layout
Nelson
for me
Daniels subbed in for
if I
Ball.
didn't step out of bounds.
Here's Stephens. Outside Thomas. This one for 3. 8 for 15 with that made basket. But he's not satisfied yet.
Just outstanding distribution. This is the kind of team chemistry that you love to see.
Miller surveying the floor. MP outside. Plays it up off the glass. MP's got 10 points in just the second half.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
Outside Thomas. And good. And a friendly bounce off the right side of the rim. Thomas got 5 points now this quarter.
And he's doing everything he can offensively to lift them out of this hole. But I'm not sure his hot shooting can do it alone.
And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for Charlotte.
Their offense has been a well-oiled machine. They're moving the ball around, playing for one another, and just piling up assists.
They took what the defense gave them tonight, and that was the mid-range. I mean, very consistent from that part of the floor.
Wilkins has checked in for the Hornets. And the Nets also making a change. Whitehead's checked in. Knocked away. And stolen by MP. Plays it in off the breakaway. MP's got 35.
Took it away, sprinted down court, and MP left no doubt.
Got a piece of it. And here we go. Fast break. MP's got it. And that one's good. Daniels.
Just giving up way too many transition opportunities.
And here's Thomas who brings it up for Brooklyn. And while we've got him on, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Kevin, thanks. A move that likely helped the league's parity has been shortening Mac's contract. Commissioner Silver says he used to refer to it as dead money. A star player poured those end years sitting on the bench. We've reduced Mac's contracts to 5 years, in some cases 6. This way, rules for more pay and performance.
I think, DA, that's a pretty good business decision. It's going to have nice ramifications. Here's Thomas after Charlotte getting the 3. And a look now at the Hornets' upcoming schedule. On Wednesday, they'll be matching up with Nikola Jokic and the Denver Nuggets. And then on Saturday, they'll tip off a road trip in Brooklyn where they'll take on the Nets.
You know, some might look ahead at the schedule and start marking off how many wins they'll wind up with, but I think that's a trap. You can't take any nights off in the NBA, and you've got to stay in the moment.
Pass to Tyson. MP outside. Wilkins outside. That 3 off the mark. Brooklyn's gone 3 and 7 from three-point range here in quarter number 3. Here's Whitehead. Scoreless thus far. And again, no good out by Brooklyn. Here's MP. That one falls.
This quarter has been all his. I suggest they keep the ball in his hands.
And for Brooklyn, they're shooting at 48% from the floor. Looking good. Pass to Strother. .144 left in the third quarter. Chalk up 2 there. Strother's got 4 points in the quarter. Charlotte's gone to the three-point shot 8 times already in the second half and hit 4 of them. And the basket by Thomas. Thomas got 26.
And not relying at all on the three-point shot. They may want to rethink about stretching the defense a bit like they did in that first half.
Now, here's MP. 37 points for him. Michael Porter, he's... So it's Charles Lee calling timeout. Wants to make sure everybody's coordinated and intent. So with Thomas sitting on the bench, this is Mike Budenholzer's lineup. We've got 80, and it's Freeman Liberty in at the power forward position. Here's Freeman Liberty. Now here's Cousins. Shot clock at 5. Pass to Strother. And the 3 off target.
Well, after the show he put on in the first half, he thought it would continue, but he's pulled off a little bit here now.
Jackson down low. Covered by Miller. And again, it's the Nets missing. Charlotte's gone 0-3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. MP's shot is good.
Good work by MP. He gets positioning inside and capitalizes.
Pass to Freeman Liberty. So, Greg, you played the point. In create a player, if you had to pick a different position to play, which would it be?
Ooh, good question. Probably small forward, wing. I'd like to be a fearsome finisher who can soar and dunk over everybody.
Here's Cole. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
We're still waiting for that first miss from the line this half.
Pass to Cousins. Here's the 3. It's rebounded by Sharp. Miller's got 8 rebounds in this game. Here's MP. It's good. MP's got 4 points this quarter.
Ooh, he's been the guy tonight. Really impressive performance.
Here's Edie. Pass to Strother. Here's Freeman Liberty. Off the mark there with a 3-point shot. MP with it. He's picked up by Cousins.
Got 43.
MP's got 43 points.
Just Mr. Reliable again here today, Kevin. I mean, they need his points, and he's efficient.
Here's Strother, covered by MP. Pass to Freeman Liberty. And the Nets miss again. And here's MP. He'll bring it up for the Hornets.
Got
And he banks
45.
in the lane. MP's got 45 points.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Yeah, not just an impressive showing on offense, but on defense as well, executing their game plan perfectly.
Jackson has the open look. Here's Freeman Liberty. And here is Cousins. Shot clock at 6. And almost gets it to go, so he'll shoot 2 here. LaMelo Ball picks one up.
2 foul. Shooting for the Nets. Cousins. 2 shots.
And that one misses.
I'll do it. We'll win by 30. Oh yeah, 40 point triple double.
Charlotte as they get the win. This game may not
Well, I got 45 point triple double.